they couldn't get any details or writing on the pill. So they were unsure what it was, but it was clear it was a small blue
But why is he showing it off?
So, I don't want to ruin your dinner.
Stupid. I hate him.
You already might be feeling a little queasy just looking at this orange crust. But I really hope, for Melania's sake...
You know who it be? Hey, everybody. This is Dean FM, Dean Fraser Milford, here for your creature comfort. And today, I wanted to do another reaction video. This is going to be choosing my hashtag FAFO. Huh. Yeah. I do what it do what it does for you. I'm trying to be cool. I try to bring tea with the most positivity one can have in this depressing BS. Oh, yeah, I was trying to make a whole ass time there. I shouldn't know where I was going to go with that. And yeah, there's the people who have supported your boy and are now regretting the support and or their vote because they're suffering quite badly, or they know somebody who's suffering, or they just don't approve, but they're just kind of dumb. And yeah, let's get right into it. This one's by Her Voice Matters. Hashtag FAFO. Hashtag Trump. Hashtag FDP. Donald Trump.
President Donald Trump was seen taking a mysterious blue pill at the U.S. Open in Queens, New York. The president went to the men's final match where he was booed during the national anthem and when the first match ended.
Fox was told
Shortly after that, the president was taken to a suite where he watched the rest of the matches with his family and security team. But before that happened, a photographer happened to snap this photo.
What?
Now, the photographer said from the distance they couldn't get any details or writing on the pill. So they were unsure what it was, but it was clear it was a small blue
But why is he showing it off?
So, I don't want to ruin your dinner.
Stupid. I hate him.
You already might be feeling a little queasy just looking at this orange crust. But I really hope, for Melania's sake, that that's not considered one of her duties, and that's like a little Viagra pill. I mean, I would think that she would have negotiated that out of her contract by now. But what else could it be?
Not this one. I can't guarantee you. Maybe that's Viagra, but someone tells me he ain't even trying. So with that, I don't know. What y'all think he was taking there? I saw a lot of people doing like analysis. It could be this pill, because it's a shape like this, and it's this shape. It's this many angles and stuff, but it's like, then I saw multiple different ways that you could view that. So it's hard to say. We can't know anything specific about his health. We're never going to really know anything directly about his health, probably, that's fully transparent until the day he passes away from the things that he's clearly suffering from. So I don't know. Like, it's just, he has swollen this, low circulation, black this. Oh man, it's falling apart. And we just have to sit here and act like it's normal. What the hell is he doing showing up? Boo! He knows he's invincible or something. I don't know. Anyways, here's the next one. Bye. Literary RN, racism and sexism have a heavy price. Hashtag faithful, hashtag Arkansas, hashtag farmers, hashtag mega.
Whether or not my kids and grandkids will be able to carry on. He said, I love you, Mr. Trump. I need to see fruit and love.
5 of my customers have committed.
Oh?
That's how serious that this is.
And what it costs for us to farm is astronomical now.
I farm with paid-for equipment. All my tractors are 50 years old, and I can't hardly make this deal work. I think that tariffs are the ice cream on the cake of a perfect storm. After a horrible year last year, where most farmers in Arkansas Delta lost money, this year's going to be worse.
Should have got together.
So my son will not be the 7th generation on our farm.
We're going to lose 25 or 30% of the farmers in this country if they don't do something. It has to be done, and it's not just here.
I don't know if these people supporting. Like,
it's almost as if somebody tried to warn you guys. But that's neither here or there. Socialism, isn't that what you guys hate so much? Aren't you the same ones that tell liberals that no more handouts? Pull up your goddamn bootstraps and get to fucking work, right? That's what you've been saying? While these billionaires are salivating, watching you guys struggle, salivating, waiting to make their purchases.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to happen. They're just sitting there on the sidelines waiting for you guys, every single one of you, to lose your farms. So I guess what I have to say to you is you have now entered the find out phase of Fafo. But hey, have the day y'all voted for.
Yeah. Yeah, poor guys. I don't know if all these people were specifically Trump voters or supporters, or they were just in the community of farmers, whatever. I don't know much about farm life. There could be something going on there. If they didn't support Trump, if they haven't contributed to him, and if they did support Kamala, then actually I do feel quite bad for any farmer out there. I'm not that evil. We need farms. We shouldn't be manufacturing everything. And a lot of these farms are quite, they don't treat animals. They don't grow their properly to an extent that the public isn't, exposed to health issues and stuff like that. But we need farms, natural stuff. We need our natural farm stands. We need people going out selling their natural produce if you got it. And at the same time, contributing to the food circulation in America. Health is important, and we have a huge obesity problem up in here. It's not going to be talked about right now. This one's back. Lil Nas X, queer Jesus, it says hashtag slow. Hashtag Fafo. Plain and simple, just like I would expect queer Jesus to be.
People are the only people I know that fuck around, find out, and then be dumbfounded by it. Y'all went ahead and called ICE on that fucking Hyundai plant, and then now your guys are surprised that South Korea came out and said, not only are we going to go ahead and close that plant, we're going to go get our people, we're going to close the plant, and we're going to cancel the plans for the new plants, and I don't think we're going to do business there anymore. And you're dumbfounded because you just realized what South Korea supplies to America.
Yeah, look it up.
No more
Hyundai
Hyundais, no more Samsungs, no more LG, and I'm pretty sure Samsung or LG owns Bosch, which is BOSCH, which is mostly like the parts you use when you're in fucking constructions or you're a mechanic.
South Korea got it together.
They're the ones the tools.
Now you
guys are dumbfounded because South Korea's like, hey, by the way, we're just not gonna fucking go over there anymore. Y'all could have it. You're dumbfounded. You're dumbfounded. You're not getting a new fucking Android next year. You fucked around, found out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, queer Jesus. I agree. I think just with the Hyundai thing, I don't know how in the hell they went over there with no translator. They don't went there looking for, 4 or 5? Just rounded up hundreds of... That situation is a messy one. I would not do it service if I did not tell you to just go and read up on that whole thing yourself. It's incredibly important that we all have incredibly direct facts as to where these things are. And I don't want to say something that could be wrong. Obviously, it's a mess to begin with. I just don't know how to explain the mess. This one says, Farmer Fast, hashtag Arkansas, hashtag farmers, hashtag Donald Trump, hashtag tariffs, hashtag no sympathy at all. If I could end that sentence.
Now, we're in a very dire situation. September's a bonus. Harvest is starting in the deep south, and we have 0 bushels of soybeans on the books to be sold to China for this current crop that's about to come out of the field. Historically, over the last 5 years, about a third of soybean sales in China would be booked. China amounts to 25% of our total U.S. soybean crop. So that would be 8 or 9% of the whole U.S. crop would normally be on the books with China right now, and we have 0. That is alarming. The farm economy as a whole is struggling. Inflation has caused our cost of production to rise drastically on every front. Commodity prices, in particular soybeans, are down about 50% from where they were 3 years ago, and our numbers are deeply in the red. We sent this letter to President Trump.
Immigrant workers and their families.
Have sales in place, deal in place, a phase 2 type agreement that has purchase commitments along with a level playing field. And our appeal to President Trump and his administration is make soybeans a priority in any trade negotiations that are taking place.
Read this down here. America's most farming-dependent counties voted for Donald Trump overwhelmingly. 77.7% in 2024. And you want me to feel bad for you, sir? When you voted for this is exactly what you and all of your colleagues voted for. What's the problem now? It's like with this whole thing of these farmers in Arkansas that came out to a town hall, and are asking the government, Trump, to step in and, give them government aid of some sort, some kind of help because the tariffs are killing them. And if they don't get any help, they're going to go bankrupt. Look.
And I've never been as worried as I am now about whether or not my kids and grandkids will be able
Why
to
should we
carry on.
care?
But for Brown, there's something that rounds out all the issues they are facing. The tariffs.
I think the tariffs are the ice cream on the cake of a perfect storm. When
There's
you
a
try
war.
to sell a product, okay? U.S. soybeans leaving New Orleans without the tariff to China are cheaper than Brazilian soybeans at the current market. But when you put the tariff on top of them, Brazilian beans are cheaper. In the short term, they have no choice but to mail us a check. And I don't know a farmer that likes the check program. Nobody wants to take taxpayer dollars. Nobody wants to go broke.
Nobody wants to hear you.
So again, why do I have to feel bad for you? Why do I have to care that most of the farms in Arkansas are at risk of going bankrupt? Obviously, it's bad for our country's economy, for our food supply, many different reasons, right?
Many reasons.
But I find it really hard to feel even this much of sympathy for these people.
Not for the people.
Voted
Not for the people who run the place.
You guys voted for the tariffs. You guys voted for, deporting all the illegals. This is what this guy's administration comes with. Now that it's affecting your pockets, now that it's affecting your lives and your families, you suddenly care.
Yeah.
And even so, you still never disparage the president at all. You never disparage your daddy Trump that you love so much, right? You never directly blame him for anything going on. It's always all around the edges. Yeah, tariffs, but you know, this and this. No, yeah, President Trump, yeah. No. No sympathy from my end. I'm very sorry. And the funniest part of all is that these people, if given the opportunity, would likely vote for him once again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. You know, with this Fafo trend, there would be a whole lot of actual like turnarounds. You know, for the most part, I don't see that. A whole lot of turnarounds as far as with this Fafo. Like, this is happening, feel bad for me. I caused this, but there's no like turnaround as far as this is why I'm now not a Trump supporter or on the left or whatever. Separation needs to happen there. Does not typically tend to happen. It's just a lot of people complaining and whining and running their snowflake ass mouths trying to think that we coloreds. What am I talking about? This one's by Tito Ray, 81. This one says crackers.
Now, the crackers are a-crumbling over on that cesspool of a social media website called Twitter. And here's why. First things first, they are calling for Marjorie Taylor Greene to be removed from her seat within the House of Representatives. Why is that? Well, she's standing with the survivors. Now, Lauren Boebert and Nancy Mace are also standing with the survivors. So what makes Marjorie Taylor Greene so different? That would be that the Crypt Keeper herself, Laura Loomer, is making it well known that Marjorie Taylor Greene is a traitor to America First and MAGA. Now, MTG and Laura Loomer have had beef for several years now because they both fight for their daddy Donald's attention. And Loomer is only pointing out that MTG is going against their dear daddy. The crackers are also crumbling over the fact that their daddy was booed at Wimbledon today, and they are calling for anybody who disrespected him in front of the entire country to be removed from society. The crackers are also crumbling over the fact that Mandami is running for mayor of New York.
Good for him.
People who don't live in New York are losing their ever-loving minds over that man. To me, that tells me that they know that he will be very good for New York. And once people see all the good that he will do for New York when he is elected, they're going to turn their back on MAGA. The crackers are losing their shit over many other things, but that's all we have time for today.
The cracker thought. Well, why you gotta throw SpongeBob under the bus? What did Mr. Bob do? What did SpongeBob do? What did Spongy do? Who lives in their own delusion under the D. Donald Trump. Because if I just say D, it's going to be like Dean. And I like to save the D for Dean. And my rhymes and mnemonics and so on and so forth. So yeah. And anyways, that, my divas, reacting to some more hashtag FAFO on TikTok. I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe and check out all my stuff down below, including a whole faithful playlist where I react to a whole lot more. So yeah. Please join this adventure with me. Hope to see you in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.